Let's create pad footings along grid line A. Before we start, let's switch to plane view. To do that, press Ctrl+P on the keyboard. On the Concrete tab, under Footing, hold down the Shift key and select Pad Footing. That way, the property pane opens. Let's open the reference drawing in the Reference Models pane so that we can see where to place the footings. Next, on the Properties pane, make sure that the profile is 1500 by 1500. Under Position, set the top level to -200 and bottom to -700. To place the footings, pick the grid intersections along grid line A. Because we set the top and bottom levels in the properties, we don't have to worry about placing them in the correct elevation, just on the proper grid location. When all 4 footings have been placed, right-click on the mouse and interrupt the command. Let's add strip footings to the model. On the Concrete tab, under Footing, select Strip Footing. On the Property pane, make sure that the profile is 300 by 600. Set the position at depth behind 200. Now, you can start placing the footings to the model. Pick the starting point at the intersection A1, and then the end point at A2. Finish the command by pressing on the middle mouse button. Repeat this for the remaining footings along grid line A. Finally, right-click and interrupt the command. Let's finish building the foundations for our model with the help of the copying commands. Again, hold down Ctrl and P to switch to plane view. Before you start, ensure that the Select Components switch is active. Let's also turn off the switches for selecting reference models and grids. Now you can select the footings that were already created by dragging a selection around them. Right-click and select Copy Special and Linear. On the Copy Linear dialog, change the value for Y direction to 6000. This means that the parts will be copied 6000 millimeters in the positive direction. If you don't know the exact distance, you can use the Pick tool to pick the point to copy from, and the point to copy to, and the distance is filled out automatically. Change the number of copies to 2. Click Copy. The footings are copied to the other grid lines. Interrupt the command. Now, let's add strip footings to grid line 1. Select the command from the ribbon, and like before, create the footings. Interrupt the command. Let's use the copy tools again. Select the newly created footings by holding down the Control key while you select them from the model. Then, right-click and select Copy. With the basic copy tool, you need to first pick the origin for copying along grid line 1 and the destination points along the other grid lines. Press the Escape key to interrupt the command.